I think I just found my perfect acoustic guitar. If you don't know who or what emerald guitars are, then you might just be mind blown by what I'm about to show you. Right now, I'm gonna take you through the online virtual builder and show you how to make your own custom emerald guitar while I tell you about them. So let's get into it. So check this out. This is emerald guitars. You might have seen advertisements for them. I see them all the time on Instagram because I talk about them. And now that you've looked it up, you're gonna see them all the time on Instagram. What emerald guitars is and are, they're 100% handmade, custom made, carbon fiber acoustic guitars, and also high performance acoustic guitars made in Ireland. So this is the virtual builder. In this case, I'm going to be making this one right here, the Virtuo. Okay, so as you see right here, you can zoom in and out, and it tells you could drag to spin the guitar around and check out every angle. This is sweet. And honestly, just from playing around with this before making this video, I can tell you that this is one of the most in-depth virtual builders I've ever used. And I'm about to show you why. This is really, really crazy. As you see here, we start with the base model. Everything's black. You could either have a standard twill carbon or a vibrant weave, which is really cool depending on what color you want, because you could do something like this. Check this out. Like right out of the gate, you could just, you know, put on some chrome, and there you go, right? That is already a pretty gnarly looking carbon fiber acoustic guitar. Look at this. You can even see in the sound hole and what it would look like with like the paper, you know, the little sticker on the inside. That's ridiculous. This is hands down the most comprehensive builder I've ever been on. So yeah, so let's check it out. Now here's the deal. For mine specifically, I want the standard. I don't know if I'm gonna do any color of the carbon because I do like just that standard carbon fiber look. I think it looks great, but this is where it gets fun. You have wood veneers that you could put as the top, which is awesome. Ready for this? This is why I keep saying that it's one of the most comprehensive builders that you could possibly be on, right? If I'll click anything here, candy striped pawdog. So I guess this is it upside down, right? You can adjust the positioning of the veneer here depending on like the way you want the wood to look. I'm just do the regular carbon fiber, standard twill, black. I'm gonna go over here to the veneers. It's weird because I'm basic but not basic for liking this because I really like flame maple, right? I mean, like, I think that all of us do. I think all guitar players do. And I think it's almost an overwhelming amount of wood choices. Like, look at how beautiful this looks, right? This ebony on top. And the coolest thing, if you look here, if you zoom in over on this side where all the pieces of, if you zoom in on this side right here, where all the pieces of ebony are, you'll notice that the pieces of wood are below. So some builders will say, okay, you get a flame maple cap, and they'll just put whatever flame maple cap they have. In this case, you get to pick the exact piece of wood. It's crazy. And position it where you want, but some of these don't have any color options. So check this out, because I'm pretty confident that I want to do flame maple. Ooh, this looks great though too. Purple Tamo Ash. Look at that. And that's just the way the wood comes, you know? It's beautiful. But what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go over to my flame maple because that's what I like. And I'm going to take, I like the way that it's got a stronger flame down here because I want to do this to it. Oh, is that not just beautiful? It's almost like just doing that, it's almost perfect. So what I was about to mention before though, is that certain woods, you can have color, certain ones you can't, right? So like, look at all these color options on this. Oh, the emerald green, that's one of their classic looks. And I think it's absolutely breathtaking. It's not for me, but I get it and I love it. It's not for me yet. One day it might be. But this burst, to me, the amber burst is just perfect. It's exactly what I want. And I do this thing where I like modern stuff, and I think a lot of people can relate to this. When we go so far modern, we start to try and cling to some old school ideas, right? Because if we go too far modern, sometimes it can be like not relatable or not recognizable anymore. So for me, this is perfect. Let's see, hardware, color. I mean, it's like, look at this. Gold, right? It's kind of silly to not do gold in this case. It's absolutely beautiful. We're almost done, but now I don't need a strap. Do I want to move? Ooh, you could move the piece of wood. That's so cool. Ooh, what does it look like if it's flipped? No, see, it's cool, but I like it the other way better. and I like it in its standard position. Let me see if I move it and go back to here, back to this one. There it is. See, look, and I even got to pick the exact piece of wood with a part number. It's crazy. So let me put the burst back on here. Bam, beautiful, my favorite. Let's see. Oh, this is a tough choice. Those are cool. You know what? I tried this one the other day. I was looking at this one. That one's cool, but it's much for me. And I'm a person that likes much, you know? Well, let's see. And this is like a little bit too simplistic for me right now, the way I feel. So good looking. I like the vine. Something about me says maybe a vine. Ooh, hold on a second. Was that coming up on there? Let me see. Can I like... Oh. That's awesome. Oh, you know what I realized too? Check this out. Not all inlay vines are created equal. In my opinion, this shows you the level of attention to detail that this company has, okay? This is why. Watch this. If you look at the neck, the leaves, and the rows, the leaves are on the 3, the 5, the 7, the 9, and then you've got the spread of leaves on the 12. I can't tell you, vines on a fretboard are beautiful, but I also think that they should have some utility. And with this, I don't know, something about me likes the fact that they paid that much attention. They didn't just put a vine on the neck, but they paid attention to where the fret markers would be. I like that. I don't know. I used to be a sucker for a first fret inlay as well, like a Gibson Les Paul Custom or something like that. And the only thing I didn't like is when it gets to the 12th fret, it doesn't repeat the same way. But in this case, it kind of makes me happy too, because the first fret inlay is different than the rest where the dots would be. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I think that's what I'm going to go with. See again. 1, 3, 5, 7, 12. Great. This one's a little more simple. That rose is just calling to me though. Yeah, the Irish rose, baby. We gotta do it. It's funny because I try and walk a weird balanced line of too much. I think the rose is really what's calling to me here, because these are cool too. I want to show off that this is handmade in Ireland, you know what I mean? Something about this is so cool. So I want to put something on here that gives it that little bit of that heritage to it. I think I gotta go with the rose. Yeah, I think I know it. It's absolutely just beautiful. And I think that's it. Is there anything else? The guitar, full screen mode. Oh, I could have done a full screen mode this whole time. Switch environment. Whoa. Ah. What? That's wild. That is really cool. Let's see. You can click here easily to get to the body. You can click here easily to get to the headstock. Oh, and the burst is on the headstock as well. There's my little rose. And if it already wasn't enough, this guitar is a hybrid acoustic guitar with a piezo in the bridge and the sound hole. But as you've seen this whole time, it has pickups in it, and it actually comes stock with Fishman Fluence pickups, which I am a huge fan of. And people who have been on my channel for a long time know that I've been on the search for a perfect acoustic guitar, and I've pretty much searched far and wide, all different price options. And there's not many videos of me playing a lot of the expensive ones that I've tried out, but I think this is gonna be my just right, perfect acoustic guitar. From what it looks like so far, it's definitely a high performance machine. There's a story about these guitars where I think it was at like a guitar show. I might get this story wrong, but it's something to this nature and something to this effect that Alistair Hay, the man who started all of this, he was asked about how strong the carbon fiber necks were, and I guess people maybe didn't believe him when he was talking about how strong they were. I think what he did was he put it between two chairs and he sat on it. So if this is really as strong and as high performance and as versatile as this seems, I think I just found my perfect acoustic guitar. And just like that, in about, I think, 2 months, this guitar will be here for me to show you. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss that. And be sure to go on to emeraldguitars.com to play with this builder. And if you do, screenshot it and share it on Instagram and tag me so I can see it. Oh, also, last thing this time, I'm doing a massive like 10 guitar giveaway when we get to 50,000 subscribers. And one of the guitars included is that Charvel right there. So subscribe so you don't miss that. And I'll catch you next time. And I'll be back real soon with my new Emerald guitar in hand.